I'm blowing you up, dude. I'm all get on the live cast. What's up, dude?
Well, it said, unable to join, and then I had to
Uh,
redo it, so all good.
okay. Yeah, dude. So here's where my anxiety lies. Okay, you ready for this? So first
Mhm.
of all, I just got done writing down all the names, right? A ton of names in here. I can't pronounce half of these names. I'm too much of a white boy. I'm like sitting there, I'm like practicing some of the names. I'm like, man, if they win, they win. But if
I
not,
mean,
then
yeah, they'll know. Uh, that's hilarious.
yeah. What's up, buddy?
What's up, dude?
How's work?
Good, good.
Good.
Yeah,
Tired?
just, yeah, dude, there's like I said, man, I, like, just kinda recovering from the cold, so,
Yeah.
but I will say, like, I went and, got my workout in today for the first time, in a while, because I think that cold kicked in, and I did take a few days off, so just did like a full body like circuit, just to get everything loose. A lot of body weight stuff, a lot of just didn't want to overdo it. And I'm glad that's exactly what I did, because I left, finished it with like a 15-minute sauna session, and yeah, felt really good. So
Um, I always want to like hit it super hard when I first go to the gym after being
mhm.
sick,
Yeah,
but there's no point in doing that because you're just gonna wreck yourself. First of all, you're just gonna wreck yourself and you're just gonna prolong your illness because it doesn't give your body any time to recover. You know what
well,
I mean? So,
not only that, but if you think about like what your intention is, right? Like what's your intention on going to the gym is like, okay, am I going to just go for one day, or am I going to go
yeah,
every day or 5 days
yeah,
a week? And it's
yeah,
like if I
yeah,
just want to like ruin myself, and there's just no
yeah,
point, dude. And I think that's just something you learn over time.
yeah,
It's like back in the day when we were younger, yeah, we could bounce back way quicker. But
totally.
nowadays it's like, nah, especially if you have families and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
you literally have to like ease your way back into it, and just you know
I know.
so
I I was walking around after the event on
Mhm.
Saturday. I was standing basically the whole time. And when you're doing it, dude, you don't really think much about it. You just kind of like,
Right.
like it is what it is. I got home and like my knee was hurting, and today I have legs,
Yep.
and I was maxing out on legs the other day, and I was like, dude, I can't be doing this.
Yep.
I felt so good in a moment, and then I realized like I'm just an old man, bro. I can't look heavy. I just have to like the problem is I have like no patience for tempo,
Right.
and I should just be more disciplined about it. To be
Dude.
honest, just go light, super, super controlled eccentric motion, focus on my tempo, and then focus on the muscle and just really be like like intentional about my mind muscle connection
Yep.
and trying to activate the muscle that I want to, either grow or stimulate in some way. So
Dude,
what are
not
you
only
gonna do?
that, but like I used to eat. I think the first thing you have to realize and do is check your fucking ego at the door. Like walk in the
Yeah,
gym, check your ego, bro.
yeah,
Just check your ego and just be like, okay, what do I need to do for me? Because like you're not there to train for anyone but yourself. And like, dude, I walked in knowing I wasn't gonna touch a single dumbbell or barbell. I did touch kettlebell. I did do kettlebell rows, but it's like I did 35 pound. That's it.
yeah.
Like, but I just
Love that.
knowing that I was gonna do all body weight stuff, and it was like I felt so good leaving. I didn't leave with the normal pump that I
That's good.
get.
That's
Y
good.
You know what I mean? But, like, it's just, dude, that's all you need, bro. That's all
Dude.
you need. So, like, tomorrow, I'll be better, and I can go in and do, like, a push day and feel good, or I might do total body again. I'm actually, like, I think I'm gonna revert back to total body, bro. I'm listening to this new.
Y- Total body, like you're gonna do total body every time you go in there.
Pretty much, man. Pretty
Damn,
much. I
I
know,
want
and
to do that. I
I'm
want to
gonna
do that.
I'm gonna just I don't know, man. I just, like I go back and forth, because like, some days I like doing push-pull legs, and that's what I've been kinda doing, and I was doing the bro split for a minute, but then I realized, like, if life happens and you gotta take a day off, it just sucks not being able
Yeah.
to be like, damn, I need to train chest because I'm trying to grow my chest.
I
But it's like, you
know.
think about it, it's like, dude, I need to do everything, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think I don't know, I don't have time to sit down and, like, redo my entire workout plan,
right,
unfortunately.
right.
But I know I've been talking about doing more kettlebell stuff.
Yep.
I really wanna do it, dude, and, like, a part of me just wants to send it on, like, a program and just
Yeah.
buy a program and just be like, like that Every Damn Dre guy, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Super
Yeah.
black, Jack Black dude.
Yeah.
His program looks super it it's not so crazy where you're having to do, like, all these functional workouts that you've never done before, you've gotta experiment. Because that's another thing about kettlebells that I'm worried about is, like, I don't wanna have to learn, like, a kettlebell flow.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? Like, I don't wanna have to sit there on the green mat, like, learning a kettlebell flow. I just wanna be like, "Okay, single arm kettlebell Bulgarian squat," or something
Right.
like that. Like, I know all those movements, I can do it all, that's no problem.
Right.
It's just a matter of, like, how do I build out a a program that's not gonna overwork one part of my body,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna be able to go in there and, like, know what I need to do and execute on it. And, like, the other thing is, I love the gym for more reasons to one, but it's also kinda like my getaway. It's where my friends are. And so if I'm, like, in the middle of doing, like, these kettlebell sets and these kettlebell flows, it's really hard to stop doing that to have a conversation with somebody. The bro split, I get it, bro. I think we're at a point where we're adults and we need to get away from just, like, these isometric movements and
Yeah.
doing things that are a lot more functional. But it's just is so much more convenient to go in there and be like, I'm doing back and legs, I'm
Totally.
doing chest and tries. And then
Totally.
if that machine isn't open, I can go to that machine and you can kind of pivot and we know how to get
Yeah.
it. It's more convenient. The bro
Yeah.
split is more convenient.
Yeah. Yeah. I will argue though that the total body can be more convenient because
I
it's easier to do on your own.
know, I know.
You
I'm
know what I
making
mean?
excuses. I'm
Like
making
at home. No,
excuses.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
in my head, I'm just like, okay, if I'm like crushed, if I have a packed calendar and it's like, dude, I actually only have like 40 minutes and that those days happen a lot. I can just go grab a kettlebell out in my
Yeah.
garage and be like, yo, I can knock
Yeah.
something out in 40 minutes,
Yeah.
no problem. And I'll
True.
still feel good. But I totally am with it. And like, I'm with you. Like, physically going to the gym is just it's just something about, like, having that peace and quiet in the car ride, even though it's only 10, 15 minutes, and then having it back and
I
then
know.
rethinking about everything and then just having that, time to yourself. I'm totally on board.
Yeah. And
So,
it's like a different group of friends that are there.
yeah, totally. Well, it's
Because
everyone's
you've
there
got the
for one
fam.
reason.
Yeah, you've got the fam, and then you got your coworkers at work, and
Yep.
that's fine, but those are just different dynamics.
Yeah,
Like, going to the gym, you can BS,
totally.
you know?
Totally. I
So,
I don't have the luxury because 'cause I'm on a strict time, to BS as much, but
yeah.
yeah, no, I'm
Well,
totally
bro, today was a problem. Like, today, I was like I really was trying to, like, put my head down, but everybody and their mom wanted to talk. I wanted like, Linda was there, so I talked
Yeah.
to Linda about the event, and, Kristen's making her, like, a cutting board with her family's name on
Oh,
it,
cool.
and so we were kinda going over design, so I had to talk to Linda.
Yep,
And then this girl that I'm friends with, she's been sick for a couple of weeks, so she showed up today, chatted about that.
yep.
Um,
But that's
eh
you know what? I will say, there's pros and cons to that, but, like, a pro of that is it's interaction. It's
oh, I need
you
it.
you know what I'm saying?
I
That's
need
like
it, bro. I need it
so
because
many of us. Yeah.
I'm either at the gym, dude,
Yep,
or I'm here
yep.
looking at my computer.
Exactly.
I need it more than
Yeah,
anything, dude.
totally,
I need it more than
totally.
anything,
Dude, that's why
you
I
know?
like going to the coffee shop and just working.
Yeah,
Just even if I don't talk to very many people, if I go to a solo like a coffee shop that I've never been to,
yeah,
dude, it's just me being around people.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I
So,
agree.
yeah.
The work from
No.
home thing was like a blessing and a curse at the same time,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it was like when dude, I remember when I first started in tech, this was back in like 2019, 2018, and, we used to have, like, this wheel that you could spin on Fridays. Like,
Yeah.
if you got X amount of meetings, this is when I was an SDR. If you got X amount of meetings, you gotta spin the wheel, and, like, some of it was, like, win $100, was, like, go do this, go do that. You have X amount of time off or whatever, and one of them was work from home, and everybody wanted to work from home. Everybody spun that wheel
Little do
all
they
day,
know.
and we did, and basically, we kinda knew that just was like a day off
Yeah,
because we knew we weren't doing shit, and then COVID happened,
yeah.
and, it was kinda fun, like, COVID at first was kinda fun, like, the first couple of, like, weeks was kinda fun because 'cause
Dude,
you're like, "Oh, what's
lit.
gonna
L
happen?" And,
Yeah,
you know, you're at home, you're like,
and you're
"Ooh,
getting
we're gonna
paid.
getting paid."
Yeah,
There's not really much expectation, like, you know, especially in, like, the tech environment when people are like, "We don't know what we're doing, so we're not gonna take meetings." There
yeah,
was no expectation to, like, hit your goal, although it did kind of fuck with your paycheck, unfortunately, but, you know,
yeah.
it is what it is.
See, I
But
was
it
in
was
the
like
car business.
that's what same thing with the car business?
Well, no, it was yeah, I mean, it was slow because no one was going into the dealership, and people were like, I'm not comfortable going in, but you can
Yeah.
deliver a car to me." And then you know what I mean? Eh
Dude, that's kinda fun to deliver a car to somebody.
Oh, we would do that. You do that now. I mean, when I got my Jeep,
Yeah,
the homie rolled up and I just signed
yeah.
paperwork and then he was
Well,
out in an
yeah,
hour.
but that's totally that's a different dynamic, that's your homie, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool, that's cool.
but
They should do that for nice cars. Like, my car, I don't know why I had to go and get my car, they shoulda came to me.
dude, they do it every dealership will do that if
Damn,
you ask,
damn,
100%.
damn, I shouldn't have gone.
Especially for, like, people that, like, are busy, like,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
no, it
a
makes sense. A sale's a sale, you're gonna go out of your
yep,
way to get it done. Yeah,
yep,
100%. Makes
and
sense.
the dealer doesn't care, they actually enjoy it because the guy they get to get out of the dealership, go drive this sick whip to a and dude, some of the cribs that we would go to deliver these cars, you're just like, "Damn." Like,
Yeah,
these guys
oh, I'm sure.
that I mean, that's how we got we had to deliver the car to Chauncey,
I was
you
gonna say Chauncey, yeah.
know? Yeah,
Bro, I was watching the funniest social media thing, dude. There was this guy who had, like, a deck of cards,
yeah.
and he was like, "What it's like to play with Chauncey Billups," and then he had, like, these huge, like, X-ray glasses, and then he was, like, looking at his cards and then, like, clearly squinting at whatever was across. It was dead, dude.
Dude, I'm not dude, did you see that it was gonna there's, like, a lot of big names that might be coming out, bro. I think this is gonna expand to the NFL, like, I think this is gonna be, like, a
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
than the NBA, and the fact
Yeah.
that the mafia is involved is
Yo.
absolutely crazy.
Okay, I wanna say a couple things. First of all, I love Chauncey. I
Yeah,
wouldn't wish this on him on anything because he's like
yeah.
he's
He's
also
a hometown hero,
he's a
bro.
hometown guy. Like,
Yeah,
I genuinely feel bad for Chauncey Billups because I always thought he was a stand-up dude, always had a
yep.
tremendous amount of respect. He's still to this day, I don't care what anybody says, my favorite basketball player. He was cold as ice on the
Yeah,
court, just Mr. Smooth, right?
yeah,
The fact that he's working with the Italian mob is so
yeah,
sick, bro.
yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. There's something about that that just kind of is like, yo,
Yeah,
love
dude,
it,
come on.
love it.
We grew up watching mobster movies
Yeah,
and being dude, we're all like, we all love that, like, what's the way to say it? Like, not F the system, but, like, kinda like
kind of,
the
kind
guys
of.
that wanna, like, the
Rebels.
rebels. Yeah, the
Yeah,
rebels. Yeah,
us,
us, yeah, yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah,
Well, it's just kind of funny because it's like, to your point, like, we grew up watching those movies, and, I thought they were dead. I thought the Italian mob was, like, over. I had no idea that it was still doing its thing, and unbeknownst to us, it's still
dude.
moving
Yep,
money like crazy, and not only that, but they're doing it at, like, such a high level.
dude.
It's
Just
insane.
wait to like, all our idols, bro.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always I've been saying this for years, for how much like, I was, like, the biggest LeBron guy for so long, like, and I still am to a certain extent, just from a pure basketball perspective, but I was just like, "Dude, there's no way this guy this nice of a guy, this upstand citizen of society, and, like, all this that you wanna paint this there's gotta be some demons, there's gotta
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's either cheating on his wife or he's doing some shady shit,"
He's probably doing
and
all those things.
sure enough.
Yeah. You know, here's remember our last conversation we talked about this? I thought about it a little bit more. I think that LeBron had the same amount of pressure as any, like, a child star. And you know
Yeah.
how child stars grow up and they just
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have it together? Dude,
Totally.
think about it, bro. He's had eyes on him since he was 15, 16 years old, maybe younger. I don't know when the
Yeah.
media started, like, looking at him, but, like, even before he
Middle
was out of
school,
high
bro,
school,
or high school.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I
totally.
don't know. I don't know the
Yeah,
story because we were we were
yeah,
youngsters at the time, but just, like, the fact that he had to go through that and he's had to navigate his way through, I don't wanna excuse anyone's poor behavior, and not that he's done anything to the extreme where you're like, "Oh, he's a bad person,"
right.
he just kinda he has an ego. He's got an
Yeah,
ego and,
which how can you not?
how can you not when you had eyeballs on you the whole time?
Yep,
You're what is he, 6'7", 6'8",
yep,
just a behemoth badass. He's been in the league
yep.
longer than any other basketball player ever. He's got more points than any other player. Does he, or does Will Chamberlain still have that?
Uh, no, he might have surpassed that. I don't know all the stats,
Okay.
but I mean, if you look at
He's
the
up there.
all-time stats in general of
Yeah.
everything, like points, rebounds, assists, even blocks, I think he's in the top 10. Like
He's a
he
stud.
literally, I mean, it's just you can't say anything else.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
He
mean?
deserves respect. Whether you like him as a human being or
100%.
not, he deserves respect. That's all I'm gonna say.
100%. Yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, dude, okay, so 2 things happened this week that I thought were really fun. Sorry, Chauncey, I love you to death. I hope you make it out alive, which, by the way, he might be, kicked out of the Hall of Fame if they tie it back to any sort of,
That's
um
unfortunate.
well, I think if they tie it back to any issues that he had as a coach, like if
Yeah.
he was giving information around sitting players or playing
Yep.
players or whatever, giving minutes to players, that might be a problem. So praise the Lord that doesn't happen for him.
Yeah.
So we had that issue. Okay, the mob is still well alive and kicking. That's fun. Did you hear about the heist in Paris?
The Jewel, yeah,
Yes,
just saw it was on in the sauna. I just saw
love
a
it, dude.
glimpse of
I'm
it.
eating it up,
Yes,
dude. I'm
dude.
eating it up. I'm having so much fun with this stuff.
Yeah, why not?
So do you know anything about it? So there's like
No.
this really, really famous museum called the Louvre,
Yeah.
and it has like a ton of art. That's where the Mona Lisa is. There's a bunch of like Egyptian
Yep.
hieroglyphics in there and all kinds of jewels. These people stole a lift truck, broke in through a window, and this is in broad daylight while people were still in there. Broke into a window in like the corner of the Louvre, and the Louvre is huge. It's probably the biggest museum I've ever been into. They broke into the Louvre. They stole jewels that were owned by Napoleon and his wife, over $100 million worth of jewels, and then they
Holy crap.
escape. And then they escape, bro, on scooters.
No way.
Yeah.
And they got away?
So they got away and they just picked up 2 suspects out of the 4 that they're looking for.
That's insane, dude. The
I
think
know.
that you can get away with something like that in 2025 is out of control.
Well, here's my thing, bro, and I still don't understand how these things work. What do you do with the jewels once you have them?
I mean, it's obviously something on the black market or,
Yeah. Yeah, I
you're
mean,
obviously not getting full face value, but who cares at that
yeah, but,
point?
like, who do you sell it to? Like a Saudi prince? You
Yeah,
just go to some,
mafia
like
mafia, dude. Mafia, yeah.
but do you see what I'm saying? Like, who's
Yeah,
gonna be
totally.
like, I would imagine somebody obviously with a ton of money. These
Yeah.
people probably weren't well off.
It's the same people that have, like, Hitler stuff in their, like, house in a hidden room. It's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you wanna
Yeah.
see s" it's like those types of people that be like, "Hey, I got this from a collector that remember that was stolen?" Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's that crowd. It's like the Epstein people and, like, all those big, like,
Yeah.
stupid money people. It's
Yeah.
that type of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Back to the Chauncey Billups thing. So it got done, it got released or whatever, people found out about it, and Cash Patel he was on social media, and he was like, "Yeah, we got these guys, and they're, we don't stand for gambling in the US, and, these guys are throwing games and da 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 da." And I was reading the comments, all the comments were, "Yeah, whatever, what about the Epstein files? Yeah, whatever, what about
Yeah, that's
Epstein?" Like, no one
hilarious.
everyone's just like, "Yo, what about the Epstein files?"
I mean, yeah, what about him?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
about him? That's what
yeah.
I'm
Well, then
saying.
we're gonna lose our president, dude.
Yeah. I love it, dude. I think that's hilarious. So those were fun. Those were a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Do you have a hard stop at the top of the hour? I I won't make
No,
this super, super long. I just wanted to
no, I'm
BS for a
okay.
second. The
Yeah,
only
no,
other thing that I wanted to say that has nothing to do with, the event was, dude, how about them Broncos?
dude.
How about them We
Don't
look good.
dude, all aspects of the game, all
everywhere.
freaking aspects of the game, dude. I mean, every in Dallas, yes, their record is one thing, and then they are the Cowboys, so like they're overrated always. But I mean, dude, we just they're a really good offense. They're a really good offense. Dak has been playing amazing all year. He's actually like this is one of his best years. And the fact that we had Sertan go down for a little bit as well, just overall, man, like it's just so much fun to watch our
Yeah.
boys. And like arguably we'd be undefeated if it didn't come down to those last two field goals in the early, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm glad,
I
you know what I mean? And
yeah,
it was to
I'll
Indy.
dispute one
Indy's a
thing.
really good team, clearly,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
2
know.
things. 1, I would argue that we should be 7-1
Yeah.
because we really shouldn't have beat, uh,
LA.
that team not LA. No, the team last week.
Oh,
Who the
the
hell did we
Jet.
play last week?
Oh,
No, whoever
yeah, yeah. The Giants.
why can't I
Yeah,
think?
yeah,
Yeah, the Giants. Yeah, we
yeah.
shouldn't have beat the Giants.
No,
Sorry, like, we
we were
should
dead
know.
to rights. Yeah.
We were dead to rights. So, I would say we should be 7-1. That's my argument
Yeah,
personally.
no, I mean,
But
it's valid, but at the same
yeah,
time, I mean, if you think about good teams, good championship football teams find a
yeah,
freaking way no matter
totally,
what,
totally,
and that's exactly what we did,
totally.
and, oh my god, yeah. We just
Yeah.
the spread was 3.5, and we demolished
We
them.
crushed them, dude.
Yeah,
Well, here's the other thing that I wanna call out. I think, what made the difference was our play calling, bro. We
yep,
stopped doing these stupid check downs and
yep,
these lateral like, those things drive me nuts. Like, we let
yep,
Bo do his thing.
yep,
We let and then Dobbins obviously went off. Our running game looked wonderful.
yep,
You know what I mean? The blocking looked great,
yep,
but he just looked confident. That's the thing about Bo that drives me nuts, dude, is he, like, if when he's not confident, you can tell.
yeah.
You can tell when he's not confident, and then when he is confident, boy, he's a
He's a
gunslinger.
gunslinger.
He's a
Yeah,
gunslinger, bro.
yeah,
That pass he had to Sutton that Sutton dropped, I was like, that
yeah.
was the dime, bro. That was such a beautiful pass. And then who was the guy that he threw to
The
in the corner?
didn't beat that one. Pat Bryant's that
Yeah,
pass he had to Pat
yeah,
Bryant,
so beautiful.
I mean,
Dime.
you couldn't have put it in a better spot, and it
Nope.
was just teardrop.
Yep.
The catch the throw and catch on that play was just oh, dude, just so much fun, man. Like,
I
I
know.
really hope we can I hope
He
we can
he yeah, he threw that interception at the beginning of the game, and I look at dad, I'm like, "All right, another day full of anxiety. This is gonna
yeah,
be wonderful." And then after that, we just kicked serious ass. So that was fun. So go
dude,
Broncos.
when I was, at that event, earlier in the week, there was this guy from Texas, and I, of course, brought up the Broncos-Cowboys matchup, and he was like, "Let me tell you something. Here's what it's like about being a Cowboys fan." He's like, "You ask the hottest girl at school to prom, and she says yes, and then she tells you that she's gonna give it up in the car ride on the way there, but then you get there and then she throws up all over you. That's what it's like being a Cowboys fan."
Then what's it like to be a fucking Raiders fan, bro? You just get thrown up without even going on a date,
Yeah,
dude, or
yeah.
what?
Yeah, he's like, "So when you're watching the game this weekend and the Cowboys find a way to fuck it up," he's like, "you'll be thinking of me and throwing up all over myself." Oh my god, dude. He's like, and us,
I love
like,
that.
us fans are just so used to it, you know? It's just yeah.
Do you remember Javier from the gym?
Of course, yeah.
Dude, I wanted to text him so bad.
Oh, is
I haven't
he
I haven't
he's a
talked to him for
Cowboy
a few
fan?
years. Huge Cowboy fan. He used to
Oh,
talk
cool.
hella shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so
So I
funny.
I I haven't talked to him for so long that I was like, this would be kind of fucked up if I, like, randomly hit him up after they got their asses kicked by the
Yeah.
Broncos.
No, absolutely. Just send a, blue and orange hearts with the star.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Cool, dude. All right, bro. Well, let's get into the what if stuff. So, did you watch the podcast with the full podcast with Cosmo?
I did. Yeah,
Dude, I although I wasn't super stoked with how I did it, I'm so happy we did that, bro. He's such a stud.
agreed.
He's
Yeah,
such a stud. I'm so happy that like he came on and he was such a good sport. He really is a fantastic representation of like what we're trying to do. Like he's everything, bro.
100%.
You know?
Um, I would have to say, like, not to, discredit any of the other guests that have been on because we appreciate any,
Yeah.
everyone that's been on. I think just in pure, really to our core of what we're trying to preach in our message and what we're trying to get across. I mean, he hits it to a T. I mean,
Yeah.
a guy that, has not been paralyzed his whole life, who faced adversity, who got into an accident from a freak accident, something that we do in Colorado all the time, ski or snowboard, something that resonates with a lot of us. I mean, I've been snowboarding since I was 12 years old. So the fact that it would happen to him and him not to play the pity card and, find ways to see a positive like outlook from it is just incredible, dude.
Yeah. No,
So,
I agree, man. Like,
yeah.
what happened to him could happen to anybody in
Yep.
a blink of an eye.
Yep.
I mean, truly, like, you could be crossing the intersection and your life could be flipped upside down. Like, he even was
100.
talking about, like, he saw the jump and he was like, "I'm an adrenaline junkie, and I just wanted to take that jump." Like,
Dude,
imagine waking up from that and being like, "Fuck, I
yeah.
can't believe I did that. I
I mean,
cannot
dude,
believe I did that."
it definitely like shakes me because I've done that, right? I've
Yeah.
sized up a lot of kickers and I always am like, I have that same mentality and I'm like,
Mhm. Yeah.
and then, but
Well, it kinda it got me to think, dude, like, I always try to think about, like, takeaways from each conversation,
hmm
and w it got me thinking about you and me and obviously Cosmo and just thinking, like, is being optimistic inherently built into people? Like,
yeah,
into some people.
yeah,
You come from a different background, I come from a different background, he comes from a different background. We've all faced our adversity in one way or another.
yeah,
Some people don't think about life like that. Some people will pay the pity party. They will be the victim. They
hmm
will use that as an excuse to either be sad or depressed or unhappy with their life and make poor decisions, and they justify their poor decisions based on the environment they grew up in or the circumstances that they had to live through or whatever the case is.
yeah,
And so it really got me thinking, like, I wonder if there's not necessarily a gene, but if there's just something built into some people to just say, I'm gonna take it on the chin and it is what it is. I can't do anything about it, but I'm just gonna be a better person because of it,
no.
you know?
Well, when you asked him that, you asked him if he
Yeah.
has always been like this driven person and this like wanted, and then he said he was because he was doing Olympia. He was training for bodybuilding before that, and he was also trying. He was reading like books and certain things. So he was like already kind of following that philosophy.
Yeah. That's
Um,
true.
you know what I mean? And
That's
it's
true.
just like, and that's where you got to like wonder about like faith and what that all means. Like
Yeah.
if it only happens to the people that are tough enough to really withstand it and drive forward from it,
Yeah.
So
I think just and this is just me thinking out loud. I feel like it really comes back to having a single keystone habit in your
mhm,
life, right? So a
mhm,
habit that has ripple effects in other areas of your life,
yeah,
whether that be faith and religion that makes you a better, more kind, patient, empathetic individual, or something like fitness that, inspires you to want to eat clean and get good sleep. And then obviously that bleeds over into being,
yeah,
a much more calm and more present individual. I think if everybody could just find that keystone habit, and not everybody has to have the same one.
right,
Even journaling is a really good example as well, right? You're sitting there and you're writing out your emotions, you're trying to be, a critical thinker in terms of what is making you yeah, there you go. What eats at you, what keeps you up at night, and then trying to work through those problems. I'm such a huge fan of Keystone Habits, man, and I
yeah.
really am trying to embrace as many as I can, which, by the way, we haven't gone to church the last couple of weeks. What the hell? We went twice and then took 4 weeks off.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll have to get back to it if we can.
yeah.
I
No,
almost texted you guys on Saturday night, but I was like, "Fuck, dude,
no way.
I need to sleep, bro. I
Yeah,
need
no
to
way.
sleep."
No, all of us were in the same boat. No, and I think there's like, um I think someone said like I was chatting with someone about like luck, right?
Yeah,
And everything like that. And I think in certain things, you can say you're lucky for sure, right? But at the same time, man, I think if you put in the little actions, you put in the work for certain things, if you do certain steps and certain things in your everyday life and you're consistent and you're intentional and all that stuff. I think, I mean, my it was so cheesy, dude, but what like drove me when I was younger was just like everything. It's so stupid, but it's like everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Like all this is gonna make me better. This is gonna make me stronger. And sure as shit, it did,
Yeah.
right? Like, because now that I've now seen success later on in life, and and you get and then you're like, damn, like I I like had to go through this because now I can appreciate certain things,
Yeah.
right? But then you get caught up in like the day to day and you get so used to the life that you do have and you're like, man, I want more. I want more. It's like, well, dude, hold on. You do have a lot more than your average person. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Totally.
need to be like, and so back to, back to Cosmo, I, you know, was feeling tired and like, not motivated. And I was battling a little bit of a cold, but at the same time, I was like, dude, I have legs that I can move. Like I'm taking them for granted. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like anyone who has the capability to stand up and get up, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Just get up.
Yeah.
Just get up and go do something. You know what I
I
mean?
agree, man. I
So,
agree. Going back to what you said about like everything happens for a reason, I still battle with that in the sense of like, is it that everything does happen for a reason and, God or the universe or whatever has a plan for us? I don't know the answer to it. Or is it that we are just so lucky to have the mentality to say that was supposed to happen because now I'm a better person and
yeah.
these are the reasons why. And so you almost like justify why things happen to you.
Yeah.
Either way, like I'm not discrediting either.
Yeah.
If it's a divine intervention and a plan by a higher entity, cool. I'm on board. It is what it is. But at the same time, if it's just me saying, "Hey, look, like this is this happened to me," and I can either again like use it as a reason to be a victim, or I can say, okay, that happened to me. I'm going to use it to be more empathetic. I'm going to use it to be more motivated in the gym. I'm going to
Yeah.
use it to, apply to a different part of my life. I think those are equally as beneficial. So I don't know if things happen for a reason. And I don't know if it's just us justifying what happened and making us feel good. But in either case, I think just being optimistic and I think again, going back to the journal, like being grateful,
Yeah.
just be grateful. Whatever the reason is, like it
Yeah.
really just boils down to being grateful. That's my
Not
opinion.
only that,
So,
but like something I've been like thinking about more too is am I maybe I just don't deserve, even though this is like what I want. Like if I'm like if I'm writing down like this is what I want for my future and this is what I want out of life, well, if that doesn't happen right away, well, maybe it's because I don't deserve it right now. You know what I mean? Like maybe,
whoa,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
maybe I don't deserve it right now. Maybe it's not meant to be for right now. Maybe I'm not in the right space to be able to either have that or whatever, and
yeah,
maybe down the road it will happen when it's supposed to happen. And
yeah,
that's kind of like that's just kind of something like I'm, me, I'm a very like I want all this. I try to be so like good at so many things, and it's just so hard, right? It's so hard to be so good at so many things, and it's like if you gotta take a step back and be like,
yeah,
it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. And I
yeah.
think since once I did that, that's been a really good,
No,
I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, I love that. I think that's a wonderful way to think because look, when we are younger, I'm sure you had the same fantasies as I did. Like, I hope I'm rich. I hope I get rich. I hope I hit the lottery. Bro, if I had money in my 20s,
No.
I'd be a horrible person. You know
Yeah.
me, I'm, like, inherently, like, egotistical, not necessarily
Mhm.
egotistical, but I'm a little bit vain at times. I'm not egotistical.
No, no, no.
I'm
Vain's a good
vain.
word.
I'm
Vain's a
a
good
I'm a
word.
bit vain and, like, yeah, like, I'm awesome. Everybody loves me. Woo! So imagine having, if I had gotten money in my early 20s or even in my mid 20s, bro, I don't know, I'd be a completely different person. And the
Yeah.
fact that I am on the entrepreneurial journey that I'm on, bro, I have been humbled
Yeah.
over the last year and a half. Like I gotta just have to
But
be, but it will make things so much more sweet, and now I can just be like,
Exactly.
I can when it does pop off, and I do think that we are turning a corner, like,
Yeah,
no joke, I think we are turning a corner here. When it does pop off, I'll be able to look back and be like, "Yo, dude, like, don't get ahead of yourself. Like,
totally.
this wasn't easy. You still gotta work. You still gotta show
Yep.
up every day. You still need to, like, put in the hours and the time and the effort and, you know."
We're gonna look back at the days of us being in the garage, us being,
Yes,
us just going to Red Rocks and thinking we need those photos for the website, and like, I mean, fuck, dude. I mean,
dude.
you know what I mean? And one of our we were talking about him today.
No,
Our closest friends said he's said it multiple times, and this is so good. Is like, dude, as long as you're having fun, you never know what this is gonna open for you guys, right?
yeah,
He's like, whether it's this or whether it's something else, you never know.
yeah,
He's like, but you guys are having fun and you guys are doing it. You guys are doing what you love. That's all that matters.
yeah.
I'm like,
So,
that's why I love you, dog. That's
you know what's funny is sometimes I wanna punch him in his face, but then he says stuff like that, and I'm like, "Dude, you're the man, bro."
yeah, dude,
You know
he
what
is
I
the
mean? Like,
man. He is the
I
man.
think more than anything, it's in our head that he's judging us, and so we're like,
Yeah.
you," but really, then he just says, like, some really, like, sweet things, and it's like,
Wisdom.
yeah,
Wisdom, dude. Yeah.
yeah. Dude, well, Willie D is the same way, like, sometimes I
Yeah.
feel kinda insecure with Wilden, and not because he's done anything, like, significant or anything like that. I just am like, I kinda looked at him and being like, "Yo, you're, like, a really hard worker, you've done a lot of great things, you've done great for your life, you've played it safe a little bit." He's starting to take some risks, which I'm
Yeah.
really happy about. But I'm always like, just something about, like, him when he says something nice to me, encourages me,
Mhm.
it's something about coming from him that
Yeah.
hits harder.
Totally.
You know, like,
Well,
I get a lot of encouragement from people, and I really appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but something about getting it from him is
yeah.
like, yeah, I really appreciate that.
Well, dude, I mean, we have other friends in our group that like I look up to. Like we won't name drop or anything, but like they're really successful people. And not only just from what they do, it's just their image, their family
Yeah,
man, their career, they're driven, they're like they've checked the boxes on so many things. And it's like, dude, you you want to that's who you like inspire to be, right? You
mhm,
know, and also be humble and be a good dude and stuff like that. So
yeah,
there's a lot to be said about that, man. And I think I think we just continue doing what we're doing
yeah,
and not expect like the crazy result. I think just do what we love and this, and I think it will happen when it's supposed to happen. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No, I agree, bro. But like I said, I think it's taking a turn for
Yeah,
the best.
I
So,
agree.
we just gotta keep rolling with the momentum. So, all right, bro, let's get into it, dude. Dia de los Muertos. First of all, what a fun event, bro. That was fun.
Yeah, it
That
was
was
fun.
fun.
It
Yeah,
was fun.
yeah. I got a
Expect
little I got in trouble with the ladies because I didn't prepare enough, but I tried, dude. I don't know. I
as
don't know how to
expected.
decorate. What am I doing?
Yeah, well, we don't that's not our
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know what I'm doing, dude.
Our thing's just standing out there and
Yeah.
hustling. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so funny. I, like, pulled everything out. I was, like, looking at it, and I was like, "I thought this would be easier in the moment."
Yep.
And, like, I was, like, tying the balloons, and then, yeah, the girls were like, "No, dude, you can't have them blowing in the wind like that." I'm like, "I don't know. I thought it looked
Yeah.
good."
Yeah.
But they made it look good, so and then when you left, bro, I gave out the balloons to little kids.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
good call. Good
And, like,
call.
there was one side was, like, super clumped together. And so, like, this little kid was walking by, I was like, "Do you want these balloons?" And he's like, "Uh-huh," and I looked at the dad, he's like, "Oh, damn it." And he had a
Uh,
fucking pile of balloons.
oh my god, driving home with him? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, like, I didn't know what to expect, from, from the event, but no, I was super stoked, super ex we got to talk to a lot of good people. The performances by the dancers and stuff was really cool, and the
Yeah,
band and everything, so, yeah, really appreciate all the, supporters that we picked up and, people subscribing and stuff like that, so it was
yeah.
fun.
Dude, I wish I could have spent more time watching those dancers. That looked
Yeah, it
fun.
was really cool. It was
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah,
Yeah, I was just such in, like, a I gotta hustle mode,
totally,
and
totally.
everything's kinda going on, and I was like,
Yeah.
I got a goal in mind, so I wish I would have been a little bit more present in that regard, but, I mean,
I mean, what you You
I
were
was there.
present
I had
and
an I
what
w
we were there to do. That's
right,
what you were present
right. I
for.
went in there with an intention and a goal, and I was like, "I wanna do this."
Yep.
Um, I don't know how many awesome people are watching us right now, but if any of the vendors that were across or next to us are on, I just wanna say I really apologize. I 100% push people away from your fucking booth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they heard our pitch like a million
I,
times. Yeah.
dude, I don't know if you were there, but they were like went to the bathroom or something, and they came back, and I like pitched them, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm just kidding." Like, we know, blah
Uh,
blah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
sorry
No,
about that,
I
guys.
mean, it is what it is, our
What else was I
intention
gonna
was a
do?
little bit different than,
Yeah,
theirs, and it's like,
yeah,
that's just we wanted to spread the word of Intent Fit, and
yeah.
that's what we did, you
Well, and I
know?
tried to be respectful in the sense of like if somebody wasn't looking at me or they were looking at somebody,
Right.
oh, go do that. You know what I mean?
Totally.
But at the same time, like I was out there and like we didn't have anything to sell, so it wasn't like okay. So let me give you an example. There was another guy there that wasn't really selling anything. It looked like he was selling services of some sort, and he was just sitting there. He wasn't doing anything. He was
Right.
behind his booth. He had like things set up. Wasn't really selling anything. It looked like he had like pins with his company logo on it and maybe some cozies or something like that. He wasn't doing anything.
Right.
And I'm like, "What do you like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're selling. Like, there's nothing that's enticing me to come to your booth and have a conversation with you." I took the opposite approach of like, if I see you, I'm gonna get you to enter this raffle one way
Totally.
or another. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
aggressive. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm a salesman. This
Yeah.
is just how I roll. It's not that I'm trying to be, over the top with it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. And if people said no, that's fine. That's
Right.
fine. I'm totally fine with that. So I just I want to highlight that because I really did my best to like make our booth something to like that actually was successful. And
Yeah.
Kristen crushed it, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she said, which is a win-win all around.
Dude, win-win.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. Well, thank you for coming on, man. I really appreciate you. I know that you were feeling kind of rough,
No,
but
I'm
you know,
I'm 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 good, bro. I'm
yeah,
good. I wouldn't miss
yeah,
it. I'm excited to should we jump into it? I'm
yeah,
excited to see, who's the lucky winner of the headphones. Do you have them
yeah.
next
I
to you?
do. I do want to say a couple things. I want to call out a couple of people there. So first and foremost, shout out to Genesis Gomez. Without her, we wouldn't have been there. So she invited us. She got us the booth, and she's been super supportive
Yep.
from day one. So really quick, I bought her book, the Reigning Resilient Queens. So,
Oh, heck yeah.
this is a really good book. It's basically like a series of stories of women who have been through some like traumatic events and like their stories of how they overcame it. And her story is wild,
Very cool.
wild. So, I'm not going to spoil it by any means. So go check it out. The second person I want to say thank you to is Linda. That woman is a absolute shark, dude. Super savage. She didn't care, dude. She was so down.
Yeah, she was talking to everybody and their grandma. It
I
was
know.
awesome.
I
It
love
was
her, dude.
awesome.
She's great. She's
Yep.
great. She really showed up for us that day. Um, and then Derek DeLone, De Leon, I think maybe De Leon. He was a homie, bro. He came up to me after the fact, wanted to show some love. He has his own podcast that I was watching earlier today. Similar positive mindset.
Cool.
So we'll have to connect with him. He's got his own brand or whatever. So we'll have to see if we can't link with Derek at some point. So his company is called Be Great. So if you want to check him out, you can go to deleonbegreat.com. That's DELEON great.com. He's a homie. So I'm excited about working with him.
Love it,
And then the
man.
last one is Casa de Paz. That was the three young individuals that were going around asking people for donations.
Yep.
I don't know how to enter into anything into the chat. I don't know if you can see anything on your end, James, but I want to call out Casa de Paz. These people were awesome. It was three young people that are trying to raise money for immigrants here in Colorado that are displaced, that came out of detention centers. Look, without getting too political here, I don't care who you are or what side of the aisle you are on. Everybody deserves dignity and respect.
Yep.
And
And
if you're a
food and
criminal, you can get
everything.
the fuck out. But if
Yeah.
you're just a normal person, you're welcome anywhere. So
Yep.
shout out to those people. I think they're halfway to their goal of
That's
500
awesome.
bucks. So we'll make a donation after this. So shout out to them. Um, And then the last but not least, Elevated Marketplace, bing bong. If you guys are looking for awesome engravings like this water bottle right here, the Intent Fit logo, you have to check out Elevated Marketplace. Super stoked for those people. But we should get some kickback from them if we're going to promote them. That's what I say.
Absolutely. Yeah, I
All
don't
right, let's
think
do it, dude. Are you
yeah,
ready for
I don't
this? Anything else you want to say?
no, I was gonna say I don't think I can, I think you mentioned everyone, that's who I had in mind as well, so
Okay,
overall, just appreciate the support and, excited to give away some headphones.
100%. Okay, so I just want to say for all 0 people that have joined, and it looks like there are 0 people on right now, which is amazing turnout. It is much larger than I had thought.
Me, myself, and I.
We have 2 people on, which is really exciting.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, dude.
Dude, I love us so much. We are the best, dude. I just want to
Uh,
say to the person who's on the other side of the screen, I can't read very well and I'm a little bit dyslexic, but you already know that. All right, we got 100 subscribers in here. So if I can't say the name, I apologize to whomever it is. We got stay, please stay. We have one person watching. Please stay. We're gonna do the raffle right now. I love it. One person comes on right when we do the raffle. Please stay, one person. Thank you. Thank you.
It could be you.
It could be you if you subscribe to our channel. All right,
We'll
we
be
got it
doing this
right here,
again.
James.
We'll be doing this again.
Well, we will be running this back. And one person, if you subscribe, will enter your name into the next raffle 5 times. Um, SJP1. Up, they left. They fucking left us. SJP1.
SJP?
So the people that subscribed on YouTube, some of them already have YouTube channels, and this is their YouTube channel. Is
Okay.
SJP. We will be reaching out to you, my man, or my lady friend, whomever you are. We'll reach out and we'll get you your headphones. If not, we're gonna have to save these headphones for the next raffle.
Or reach
SJP.
out to us if that's who you are.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No, I'll bug them like crazy because they
Okay.
have a YouTube channel. I saw a couple of videos of theirs, so
Oh, sweet. Okay.
yeah, and then also anybody else who decides that they want to join the live cast, please, guys. We also have a supplement company. We sell nootropics. If you're not familiar with what a nootropic is, essentially it's a supplement that helps you stay focused and motivated. These are all natural ingredients. It's non-stimulant. We have lion's mane, mucuna purines, and alpha GCP. Uh, this stuff is absolutely amazing. I use it every time I get on a podcast, every time I sit down to work. So if you're interested, we're running a sale right now, $24.99 on our website. That is intentfit.com. That's INTENT fit.com.
Ditch ditch the pre-workout, ditch the extra cup of coffee, ditch
Right.
all the bullshit. This is all natural. It's a
Yep,
way
yep.
better, way smoother. It's not gonna give you the jitters. I don't do pre-workout very well at all. This is the real stuff. So definitely highly, highly, highly recommend it. All of our friends, family, everyone who takes it, they keep buying it because it works.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
So, all right, cool, man. Apart from that, we have a free newsletter that's in our website. So if you guys are interested in a free newsletter, I send it out every week, every Wednesday it comes out, and it's all about the latest science in health, fitness, wellness, and growth mindset. So please stay tuned with all that stuff. All right, dude. Killer, bro. I'm super happy, man. We had 2 people come in. They didn't stay, unfortunately. Well, hopefully you guys have dope clips out of this.
Yeah.
SJP, I'm gonna hit you up like a madman. So if you don't respond, then please reach out to us.
Yep. On Instagram or whatever. Anything.
Yeah, you can find us. I have all the YouTube channel has our contact information, and then on our social media is always TWIF pod. That's the What If Pod on our TikTok and Instagram account. So yeah, we'll be in touch. All right, big dog. I love you, Jamie.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, bro. A
Yeah.
huge win for today.
Yep.
And that's it, bro.
All right, man.